right. Tubaniza mwenna bana flash light channel Uganda. Munansonyi dozi lyafudde. Nenga tuline Sergeant Gita. Mutabani w'olutabaalo. Atubulire embeera eno nga bw'agiraba insecurity mu ggwanga ng'eyitiridde. Ekibuzo kiri nti bye mwalwanira bye muleese bye mwalwanira mu nsiko nga bizeemu ebyo byalwanirira bintu Uganda ng'etabuse. So Sergeant Gita ajja kuba atuwaako ye nga balaba bino ebintu both in English version and the Luganda version. But for today, we want to find out how come insecurity is becoming very serious in this country of ours, Mr. Sergeant Gita. What is in your mind? Do you still believe that Uganda is still Uganda, or Uganda is still Uganda? Because apparently things are not at pace. Things are not at pace at all. Bugingo bamwadde SFC. Amaje kati gigakoma Bugingo. Ekibuuzo. Bugingo efuuse barakisi. Ow'amagye yafudde. Tetunafuna any statement from abakulu b'amagye. Bemulaba ku thumbnail kuliko General Mbadi, kuliko General Museveni, kuliko General James Birungi. We want them to let us know lwaki batuwa information kwe kugamba tugendeko Sergeant Gita as the security officer ebintu nabitegeera atubulire kiki ekikyalowooza. Munansonyiwa eddoboozi lyekyanzeemu simanyi nange lwaki nengamba no. I'll go ahead and sigale ngamba weerezanga bulijjo. General Sergeant Gita oba kugamba ebitabo byonna obiri naye nga tewabifuna. Say hi to our viewers and our listeners. Ate abaliko mbasaba channel yaffe nga bweyakakomawo tusaba subscribing emusharinge content etukwe kwabo bekikwatako. So how are you doing apparently?
Bana Uganda mwana tubalamusiza. I greet you all where you are. I know that you all of you are where you are in tension because the security of Uganda has been doing their things in another way, in a rebel way.
All right.
Or in a gorilla way, according to the results from the security agencies. Nze Sergeant Gita Musoke Kadogo gwe mumanyi obulungi ate eryantama eyavaayo nga entensava kubanga ffe bannansuko abaana abato President Museveni byatwala mu nsiko twavaayo nga batusaddaaka bwebanga basobola okutta taata w'omuntu ne bagamba olwokuba yali wamuluka taata wange ne mumutta ate nze ne mutwala mu buyeekera ku myaka emito awo ndabye ddala nga kwegamba nva mu nsiko ng'ontaddemu kiri nti tutta banyanya tutta bakyoli tutta balango bafuga bubi eggwanga naye nja kujja n'ekiwundu kiri nga kiri ku mutima ekigamba nti taata wange baamutta. Kati muli ngamba mutya nti yagala nnyo President Museveni naye nga nkimanyi nti abatta taata wange ate be President Museveni ye leader. Olidde President Museveni ne yekwekanga mu bataata baffe bajjajja baani abantu ne babatta. Kakati to blaming lutwa yalina okunkompensating okubeera mu life ennungi ne baganda bange bali abata basigala nga bato oba kubanga nze gumufudde omuyeekera ate munzijje mu ssomero naye abazadde babasse, which means all of those issues okuba handled is General Museveni.
And that's why I'm saying we're living in a worst regime.
Yeah, you see, federal regime, but we are crying. We are not crying to an entire government, but we are crying to one person, General Museveni. Why? Because he's a person, he has to zanga wansi. But aligonza batu gamba omukulu w'obuyeekera General Museveni by that time, not a general. We were calling him Muzeyi Museveni, labor leader. Kakati, bwetuvaire tetwogera kugamba nti we are settling the government kubanga kati abataali mu nsiko balowooza nti tulinga bye tukutte mu bulago azifu sobya akutuga akuta akabadiya. No, we are talking this matter because we are passing through a difficult situation as fighters who were abducted and taken to the bush and our parents were killed in a tricky way because those who killed our parents were in the same uniforms of rebels. Now we don't know. And we don't know. President Museveni, the time he went to the bush, he went with other uniforms of NRA or he used those of the government troops? Because we saw the uniform in the bush for the government, and what all over the clandestine we did in the bush, we did it in a uniform of Obote and Utua. Now, how can you differentiate that my father was killed by Eric Odwa, but a true are there that a person like a Secretary Ko, his father was murdered by the NRA rebels because he was a Muruka chief. And since I request you Ugandans to bring me a person who was a Mayumba Kumi, who is still alive in Ruwero, a Mutongole, a Muruka chief, a UC winger, nobody ever come to me. You see? But what I know, all of them were killed, we are murdered. But because of what? Because of power hungry. They were fighting the other group of the government, the regime, and the rebels also want to come to the powers. Where we are now, where General Museveni is now. That's why some people, they say, no, Museveni came with a gun, and he will go with a gun. Katiye na agamba, yaita mutanuru as a person, neze chimanyi tanuru ebera mu broker emitwale ebiri. Olide. Ate mu brokers temubera mu leader. Olide. Lwaki kubanga mwena mubera broker. Kati fena twali broker etuyita mu tanuru, nibatwocha n'enku, nibatwocha n'amasasi, era ne broker tanuru ya broker bw'ogiraba kubaako ezifa. Kitegeeza zo damage ezasigala mu Luweero, twazeka tuyonge embizi, twakola zitya, kubanga bw'otunula obuwanga bw'eruweero, mulimu amajje abasirikale ba Museveni abayeekera, mulimu amajje g'Obote, mulimu ba UC Winga, mulimu ba Mayumba 10, mulimu abaafira obwereere. Oluusi ng'omuntu enjala yamukomayo n'akuba twayitanga ku bantu ng'olaba omuntu afa aweddeyo mbeera. Ne bafa, embizi ne zirya. But because of what? Because of power hungry, because of the war between exiles versus exiles. Nze bagamba bulijjo abantu abalwana olutalo lw'eruweero baali bava Tanzania, both of them, the two groups. And the election of 1980 divided them totally. You are not going to lead me. I will not allow. How can Irango lead me? No, that is the lies. A lot of propaganda was there, which forced other people to leave school. Okay. Many of them were abducted, like us, we are taken by force. How can you take a person to the rebel activity when he is 7 years, 9 years, 10 years, 12 years? And the constitution mentioned that anybody will be taken to the army, he will be below 18. Above 18. Yeah. Don't blame me. I'm a P6 liver, but I can express myself because I was taught during your Obote regime. And I respect your Obote for one thing. He was a man of speaking English. And here in Uganda, the tribes who are perfect in English, they are Langos and Tesos only. If you go to Acholi, you hear, you can even vomit. You know, this is Museveni's balalo. What kind of Zoom? Now, but I respect them and I salute them, the Tesos and the Langos. Now today, we have come here. Where we are now. We are live. Everybody has a phone. Now I'm talking about 1 billion people who has a phone in his hand, a WhatsApp, where you can go and get YouTube and you get Flashlight Uganda. The issue of Sergeant, the issue of Pastor Lozias Bugingo, who's leading the church called Canaan in Ichikoni, in Makerere side there. His matters, how a corporal soldier, Musinguzi Richard, how he was murdered. It is going to bring a lot of complaints in Uganda. How Ugandans were killed. You have had sex, You have heard Major Chigundu. You have heard got Chirumira. You have heard about Kawes. You have got about Kagezi. You have got about Susan Magala. You have, you find the security organs, the time of killing those people, they grabbed people from that area, like a 50, like a 60, and they overstay in jails. But later on, you find that the justice of Uganda, they declare that those people, they have been acquitted, that no one was found guilty to kill Kawes. There is nobody found guilty to kill Kagezi. There is no any person found guilty to kill Kayira. There is no any person guilty to kill Chirumira. Now you ask yourself, does we Ugandans and the department who are supposed to handle such a cases, are we safe in Uganda? All the people, they are there. We know that they are there in their offices, but they are doing their own things. They are thinking about their farms, cattle farms. They are thinking about their children, how they will go back to international schools in Sweden, in India, in America there, because you find somebody has a children, about 3 children, and they are in Switzerland. They are in America, even in the schools of Uganda, and you find where he comes from their home area. You find that if you reach there, you can even cry. But even in their places, they have already run from there. They don't want to stay there. They see as if they can change even their color. You see, if you find him talking his own language from home, you can even deny. Say you find him talking English as if he's America, is an Englishman from UK. He deny. He ignore totally his tribe. You ask him, Afandi, why you build here at Chireka, Oro, and you deny your home area. Yeah, you know those people, they can even kill me. Don't you see that I'm a general? Those people, they not like me. Imagine, me as a Gita, I become a general. Instead of enjoying the people of our area at Mbadi, and he say, I escaped and go and build the Antonde. Am I fair? It means that I'm not a true person. Now, such issues, it will bring a problem in Uganda in the future. You know, I told you that I'm a true professor by nowadays. I tell you, because I have seen and I have learned an experience from the other regimes, which we overrun, like Obote and Rutwa. The regime of Amin, I was younger, but I remember what taking place by that time. That the way they killed Jananirum, the time they killed Benikito Chwanuka, how, because by now you find that this regime is celebrating the killing of Jananirum, and they forget Erinai Oriema, they forget Oboso Fumbi, but Jananirum is the one on the peak, because the Archbishop, even in Uganda, he has his own day. As Archbishop Jonathan, but you find the children whom we abducted from schools and taken to the bush, and evidence are there, they are not recognized. You find Kuraije, a spokesperson of the army, said that, you know, it was one regulation, which bothered the younger one and an elder one. Now, such issues. But he's talking that because he was not in the bush. You don't know how he suffered. Kuraije was not abducted from school. He joined the army when he's well educated. After the training, he went to PPU by that time of late John Yaruhanga, Akanga. He served there with all of those Luchamus, the general who's now handling the land matters of State House. The one with who? You see, Sergeant Kayanja, this Afande Kavuma, whom you see me, what is the creation? They served together. He was a private pata tabu in the area. Now, because themselves, they look where they can fit. Then he went and joined Bantariza. Because they are coming from some of the same areas there in Busenyi, Kisoro, Kungiri, Bufumbira. You find somebody has joined the army and he is looking where he can fit because of tribalism. Because when Panau asked Kuraige that you have overstayed in media information of the army, can you tell me any profile where you have served? And when you go to such a department of the arm of spokesperson, you find Bantariza was the first person. He became a colonel on those office from second lieutenant. Katirima replaced there. Katirima has left the army when he's a major general. In one place, because the media office where Afani Kuraige is under Chief Political Commissar. Where Serwanga was, after Serwanga died, maybe was replaced by who? By Afani Kayura. From Afani Kayura and other people, Sam Katerega, late. From there, Sujui Afande Francis Okero. From there, again Kayura. Because Afani Kayura is a person who has worked in this government, heading 3 posts at a go. Imagine. Because President Museveni is not to trust other people.
Gita, as you're pushing on.
Yeah.
Okay,
forgive our host, Mr. Rogers Ayebwa. You know, nowadays in Uganda, he has a lot of things to do. Even when he sees General Museveni passing, he knows and bypassing, he tries to say, Muzai, you forget, this is I'm a head of flashlight. Now you find his throat has become a problem. Now don't blame him. You forgive him. He has some disease what has affected him. Yeah.
Akati genda direct ku ani avunanizibwa.
Now the issue is
okutta abantu katenna kozina.
On security matters now in Uganda, the issue of murdering Ugandans has become worse. We are going back to the regime of Amini because I hear some leaders, they are blaming Amin, they are blaming Obote. But remember, I never seen any day for those leaders when they arm a weapon and go and kill in Uganda. But because of the regime which killed the Ugandans, we are the leaders. But now, in Uganda here, you have had people died, murdered, ambulances on their gates and murdered, like Kawes, and you get, those people are getting, has evidences to witness what taking place. You find that nobody can go and report the fact issues. Because the place where they are killing people are there. But now Uganda, we are 46. We came here in 1886, we were 11 million. But now we are 46 million, or 47. Everywhere, Uganda. These border men. Even I support Afande Birungi to register those people to be intelligence. Because everywhere, border are there. They witness. Now the place where Bugingo, Pastor Bugingo, get an incident of attacked by the murderers, whom they say so-called murderers. Because there is a lot of questions how Musinguzi was killed. People fear to talk because this is security matters. They kill the person who was killed was a junior soldier. Was a junior soldier like a Gita. He's a corporal soldier. I'm a sergeant soldier. You remember Kayondo died in such a matters, the driver of Afande Katumba. Kayondo was my best friend. You remember Sergeant Mukasa was murdered in such a matters, was a driver of Afande Chugundu. I don't think that the regime of President Museveni, they are care or care about those people. Like Kayondo, you may find now Afande Katumba is the one who look for his family. It means that UPDF forget that. You see? But he died in an innocent way. Sergeant Mukasa was a driver to Afande Chugundu. And Chigundu was a major of UPDF. Even he was selected from ADF, but was counted under UPDF list or under CPA, Chief Personal Administration. There he was counted. If Mukasa died as driving a civilian, so many questions were there from Special Investigation Branch of your army. Say, who deployed the Mukasa there to drive Chigundu, Sheka Chigundu? But he died on the job, on duty as an army. And he was counted by transport battalion as a driver to Major Chigundu. But now, the result of questions from civilians, from army men, from intelligence, from side, but because the one who was killed was a soldier. This matters goes back to UPDF. And SFC, let me tell you this, because we grew up in this army. This department, you see SFC, when we came here from the bush, President Museveni at Mundrani was with PPU, guarding him. Where Sexual Echo was, Sexual Echo Yanga Kadogo in the army. You see, where Kabulalet was, where Afande Chimbowa, who is now a brigadier in army headquarters there as admin, commandant of the army, was. Where Lieutenant Mutiaba, a driver now to a civilian at Parliament, getting 200 Ugandan. A driver who was driving Museveni when we capture power is at Parliament driving a civilian and is getting the amount of 200 per month. Imagine, Lieutenant Mutiaba. Yeah? Badiru, Muliro, was also there. Yeah? Many of them were Baganda, who were escort to Museveni when he capture power. But they are suffering there. Now, this matter of Richard, as me, Sergeant Gita, I totally criticized my bosses who deployed the soldiers to a civilian to guard them. Like a department of SFC.
Bugingo.
Yeah? You see, that department was PPU, Presidential Protection Unit. And later was changed, Presidential Guard Brigade. Because by that time it wasn't like with about 800 soldiers. Now it went to a brigade because President Museveni has a lot of assignments. Where he visited, they want to deploy the soldier there. Well, yes, even he has 3,000 soldiers, even 5,000, because he's the chief in command. He can be with a division. And now it's going to be changed from SFC to go to a division level. Because it's work. Eh? President Museveni is visiting where they have to deploy to the areas of forest in Victoria there. They have to deploy Chisozi. Some are guarding the cattle. They can grab them, the thieves of Uganda, Sobi and group. Others are guarding at where? At Rwachitula there. Others are guarding everywhere. Because everywhere in Uganda here, President Museveni has a state lodges. You go to Soroti, go to Guru, go to Koboko, go to Muchwini, go to Kalongo, go to where? This place of Balalege, everywhere. You find SFC, they are there. Even they are a division, because a division has to be with about 10,000 soldiers. A division, a full division, not with ghost soldiers. Because I think SFC is okay. You cannot find there a ghost names. Now, the way SFC now operating their things, there is a lot of question. Why? How can you deploy a soldier who was trained as a commando to guard President Museveni and you deploy to a pastor? A mere pastor who was a warrior of the Archbishop Serwada. Imagine. And you ask yourself, Bugingo, according to his profile, he came to Kampala on a military vehicle of Matoke. Because when you sent me to Mbalala there, and you give me 80 liters of fuel, I have to sell some to see that my family, they remain okay. Then when I'm going there to drop the properties of my boss, I have to load with the vehicle. I loaded matoke, I loaded the timbers, I loaded everything. Now Bugingo, he met a vehicle of Mitale vehicle, IFA. Eh? The one who are named imported for accident. You remember very well, IFA. Now, they assisted him to transport him up to Kampala. Bugingo here, Kampala, was like a ship which you can drop in a Lake Victoria. You don't know how to do what? To how do you call it? To swim. Yeah? Now reached here, he became an houseboy. But now is a popular person in NRM regime than we who brought the regime. Imagine, he's guarded with SFC. He has everything. He has a radio slot. He has cannon. Yeah? And imagine, you ask yourself, the place of cannon there, it has about 8 acres. How can Bugingo manage to get that land? 8 acres here in Kampala. There is a big question. Now, going back to an SFC soldier who has murdered, because they deployed them secretly, and that soldier was counted in SFC daily by the state parade. They are also the rate of question. Now, I found the CDF what I'm questioning here, and I found the same way I found the Birunji. You know me very well. No, you have to go back to ask those leaders of SFC, where does Bean counted that soldier, and who deployed him to a pastor? Because the work of the pastor is to educate or to preach the word of God, as our Jesus was. But you find everything now are going astray. You deploy somebody who was trained as a UPDF soldier. He got an army number, which is the resistance army, not SFC number, but resistance army, which means he's a government soldier, according to his number. And he left the work of the president to guard him, to guard his farms in Chisozi, because it is obvious to guard the farm of the president, because that is the army duties. That farm is for General Museveni, commander-in-chief. You have to deploy everywhere. Even you guard his mother, guard his aunt, his daughters, Natasa and persons and whatever, as they are guarding Rwabogo. They have to guard the daughter of what? Because those Kampala, it goes back to army structure. Who deployed it? Because now it's going to bring a lot of things. Leaders are deploying the soldiers to civilians. Whenever they are building houses in swamps, you find the soldiers there. And who deployed those soldiers? If there is a wrangles of lands, you find the soldiers are there. A government troops, that work is for policemen. You witnessed recently in Kayunga. That's where corruption, where it comes from. And why an investor is guarded by SFC? Why an investor is guarded by UPDF when they are policemen? Yeah. Because those are the work of the police. But now, policemen, they are trained into military way. At least you better deploy their policemen. But you find civilian, they are grabbing the weapon from a soldier. Recently here in Kayunga, to Madamu Namuga Mastura. Soldiers were hired from Bombo, and they brought weapons, and were caught red-handed by the 1st Division, Major Waswa, and his group. And afterwards, one civilian was with a pistol. It's called the Sekaja. He stated that he is working under SFC, but on land matter. Imagine, he proved a pistol to shoot government soldiers that he was given a pistol. Even recently, the RDC, DPC Wachiso, they agreed that they returned that pistol to that Sekaja, a civilian. Imagine. Eh? Now such matters, all because there is a lot of corruption. They deployed those people, those deployment officers. They receive money from those soldiers where they are working. It is like a chayo to send your child to Dubai to work there, and you say, my sister, my daughter, I don't have, can you send me 200? Now it seems that you send your daughter there in Dubai, or in Qatar, or to Saudi Arabia to work for you. It's like your slavery. Now such an army, this is the government troops. They are under constitution. And whenever you deploy any soldier to a civilian or to an investor, because me, I witnessed one day, you find the officers, they demand money from investors that we are giving you troops to guard you, your life. Now you find a big envelope goes to such officers. Everything are done here. You find investors are complaining to the president that your soldiers, they are corrupt. You remember what day when Afandokere was killed? Muzei, he came openly, toughly, talking about, criticizing about deploying the soldiers to guard those ministers, honorables and whatever, and you give them money. Because me as a commander-in-chief, I'm paying those soldiers their salaries. But why are you adding millions and millions to those soldiers? Because that is a corruption matter. Why? Tomorrow that soldier will be deployed to Nakapiriprit, or to Depo, or to Congo. And now in Congo, does Afande Diko Rumo give him 1 million? Afande Rumo, is he getting money from ADF to pay those soldiers? Which means a soldier, to be a soldier, you have a mandate to serve everywhere. Now, the escorts of Madame Mamiria Champ Nanhu, Nabanja from Bombo, they are getting 1 million as a facilitation. And remember, they are giving him money as his salary. He's earning 560 monthly. Now, you compare to a soldier who remained in Bombo doing the army work than this escort of Nabanja. That one also President Museveni criticized. Now you may find by now the escort of Bugingo has been getting 2 million because the money they are getting in church per Sunday, you find a vehicle from the bank is parking there, waiting envelopes. Imagine. Are you really work at the job of our God, or we are just a corrupt people? Like recently, you have had, that is a pastor was making one in Uganda to be with 2 wives. He ignored someone and he married another one. Imagine, in front of his followers. And you continue praying in such a canony. But now I hear that Bugingo is not called the Pastor Bugingo. It's called the Haji Bugingo. A Muslim who never been circumcised. Now this matter of killing a soldier, my fellow junior soldier, because when I'm a sergeant, I have to be tough on this matter. You are talking this, you are passing like this, as if you are going to hit the roadblock of Matuga. You pass like this, Chiriagonja, Suji Kasanje, and you are going to Matuga. You see, why don't you come straight forward and say, please, as per now, Bugingo has been in Italy. At least you convince Ugandans that the security of Uganda, Afando Chora has ordered, and Afande Kasigazi, and Afande Magambo on side, because if the side of the army they are fearing to act on that, but security organs, at least you polish some blue bandit, it become a big heading on New Vision. Pastor Bugingo has been arrested and detained in Italy. At least he spent 2 weeks there when you are going to continue investigating the matter. But now, evidence are there. You paraded the funeral bearer at the place where you buried our comrade. You make a parade, a parade for burial. You shoot our arms from Nakasongola factory. SFs were there, they witnessed, according to the one who was the in charge of the dead body, they took everything. Pastor Bugingo himself was there, continuing saying that even on his back there, he cannot remove his clothes, but he has some wounds. But the man is talking as if he's praying the prepekale. He say, you have my wound here. But I don't know the blood is colored. No. Now, somebody has died, has left children. You heard how the widow was talking. Now they are going to take the things back to UPDF for compensation and pensions. Imagine. The person has died in a no-sense way, and the UPDF now is going to, now you find the widow not moving to Bugingo's church, is going to Mbuya, and I'm asking for pension, and children, they are not schooling. Now you find the widows getting about 300 per month. Imagine. Now, Bugingo. One day I hear you when you were criticizing Chagulanyi, that his driver was murdered because of Chagulanyi. And if that day, the one who shoot that bullet, he hit Chagulanyi, and on God's ways, he hit Serunkuma, and he died in such a nonsense way. But now your driver also has been shot on the same way as Chagulanyi. Because you, on your side, you have hit by on the road, on the way, going back to your home. Yeah? Because even I have seen a house of a pastor, I don't know why you are, but where are you sleeping? Because I have seen a lot of stored houses there, say, this is Bugingo. But where are you getting money? If you are not a sieve, where are you getting such a money to build such a houses? And you have, I have heard you have about 5. But where are you getting, why are you extorting money from followers? Pastor Bugingo. Now, your escort, Omukadewe Kanisa, the bodyguard of General Museveni, has died. The question is, we want to hear the message from UPDF. Who deployed a soldier from independent unit to a pastor? That is my question. You know yes. Me, the time I came out to criticize the failures of the army on corruption, and I was an example. Somebody was openly ambushed to be killed. Because why? You have right to the General Museveni. Hey, you are working as who? Are you Mayombo? You want to be Mayombo to be arrested? If he's making failure to execute his duty, they have to arrest him. You know, let me tell you. That's why I like Museveni. Museveni, he was coming to our front line there. He said, those leaders you see, I'm the one who promoting them, and I'm the one who's supposed to demote them. And those ranks you see are just declotted. I remember very well President Museveni meet us in leader. He said to us, we fighters of NRA, he said that the war over Acholi and Rangos is now over. This Rakwena is she's just disturbing. But now I have remained with the war of Balalo. Imagine, but now Balalo is okay. You find the Balalo is not even smelling the how do you call it, the busa? Cow dung. They okay. They are aware of the way they are dressing. They are dressing shoes which are bought for 200 and whatever and above. But the time we come here in Kampala, they were wearing Rugabires, Tangire Nyana, the shoes of Koromojongo. But now you can't find any shoes in the house of Mulalo. They okay. Then I remember how General Museveni tell us in the what? That the war of Acholi and Rango is over. Now I have the war of Balalo. And I can tell you how President Museveni has treated the Balalo to be what they are now. They are generals, they are major generals, they are brigadiers. There is a unit where you can find all of the leadership. They are Balalo. And you ask yourself, now, where is Gita Musokeze Muganda? Where is Serwaji? Where is who? Mawa? Where is Ojuku? Or Okui? Those are not soldiers. Now, such a issues they are doing, it is not good on my side as Gita. Because why don't you go and lead somewhere? But one tribe to lead a unit, that is bad also. You see, that's where people are saying this is tribalism, and you deny. And if you talk about that, you criticize, you say, now you are killing somebody. But are you going to remain, are you going to be in this world 200 years? That is a nonsense. Accept the mistake where it comes from and advise. That's why General Museveni has advisors in defense on culture, on whatever, on border, on those religion like pastors and whatever, whenever they are doing the nonsense work. You see, but now this is a matter of Bugingo. We want to hear from the side of UPDF. Afande Mbadi, you know me very well. Afande Birungi, you know me very well. I'm not forcing you to do what has been, but Ugandans, they want to know. 46, yet UPDF, you are not millions of soldiers. You are like a 200, but whatever you are doing, that is how we can guard this country in a safe way. But millions and millions are now criticizing. We want a report of Mwangus. Is a Munankole Westerner. Now, if it was a Muganda, what do you expect? What do you expect? The good thing was a tribe of Bugingo, was a tribe of Westerners from Ankola and Wachitula and whatever, or Chisoro or Weya Mukungiri. Now, we as Baganda, we as soldiers who have overstayed in the army, because in the army you cannot deploy yourself. If you, that is what they call a self-deployment, and it has its penalty in the army, UPDF Act. If you self-deployed, like Afande Kuraiji, is self-deployed to URA, even if you are brigadier, whenever you are caught, the penalty, 7 years, maximum, Luzida, dismissal with disgrace. But now, a USFC who deployed him to, and remember, because I had the speech of Pastor Bugingo, at first he said, Mukade wa kanisa. But later on, the SFC come on. You say, our man was killing. Now, the one who deployed Richard Deyani, pastor, but now, I think he has to report to Kasseni. Not Kasseni, even to Machindi. And we want to hear him in the General Kotimasa of Afande Mugabe. You see? Deployment officer, because the time I was in Kayura's home, I was there with PGB, guarding the Gita, because I was a guest there. Let me tell you, to General, by then he was a major, to Kano Woti, I was a guest guarded by PGB, myself. You see? If you guard Kayura, you have to guard me also, as a guest to Kayura. 12 PGB were there, guarding the Kayura. You see? Now, if they can guard Kayura, PGB can guard Kayura, and Kayura was counted under UPDF. But according to his appointment as a military assistant to the president, he has to share with General Museveni, whatever. Even you know his meal. Do you know that? Now the issue of Bugingo has become worse. And it is going to bring a lot of matters. Norochi bana Uganda mwenda bali wano. Twogedde oluzungu wa P6 kati twasoma era tutuyinza kufuna mirimu mu government ya President Museveni. Je twaleeta kyobola anonya bafulufiga, n'anonya babbala mu babalugahale, n'anonya ba buchamani, abali b'enkwacho be bamutegeera kati. Fe ebisulusulu bibajja mu masomero. Batulabanga puppet, condom, TP. Omwana w'omuntu muzadde wa mutta oba kubanga fe tubuusabuusa abantu abataba kitaffe bali mu uniform z'obote naffe abayeekera twali mu government kati naawe ekyo ekibuuzo olina kibuuzaani General Lutwa yafa Obote yafa Oyito Ojoko yafa Simiso Pono Chaka yafa Bazi ya Lokero yafa katukibuuzaani afande Mbadi teyaliyo afande Birungi teyaliyo afande Elweru namulabi ali mu uniform ya government abulira njiri naye mukoze miracle mu maje ga Museveni imagine kyobula nayagala afande Katumba bali babirese bombe eyo ame commander nayitanjina namuga this is a barracks of the army why you bring here white men abasajja bava America baje mu body room ya maje White House bakube endongo Yesu ni wange wena mirere Yesu ni buli sawa Musa Katumba nabagamba nayo Museveni yagane bintu bino mu maje emizikiti bagizalira mu ejamini girimu era bagamba nzo mwana nge namuzayira wali kati nganze nyizuka mu lubiri nali nsula wali mu muzikiti ogwa amini nezala abana ba omuzikiti gwavuka nyumba ya maje kubanga amini yakola ebintu in a good way nakola omuzikiti nakola church y'abakatoliki nakola church kitegeeza ki okukuuma abasirikale wamu buli muntu mu ddiini ye naye kakati uniform ya maje eranze semwayi kubanga semu eti Kagame kyobola bamuyita Pilato yali meja nenga talina gwatya era baga Kagame yazzeko mu office yo ngoyizana kwefukira kasajja katonotono nenga Kagame abaddeko wano era kyakirina e Rwanda abalokole bonna yabagoba tayagala abasiraamu kuoganya alawa kibabu oyo president nenga bagamba obakavaako ddi waliwo abasaba abasulanga basaba omusajja yagenda abalokole bonna ne basalira ne bajja mu Uganda bali wano bogena mu church ya Bugingo men of them they are coming from Congo they are coming from Rwanda you find different tribes there in the church of Canaan but you wonder who are those people. Some people they come here they frame that they are refugees they go to refugee camps later on they get money kugamba Uganda security yo is diverted.
Yes, awendagalo kuuliza ani ali responsible kubantu.
What I'm requesting the security agencies besaba bana security afanda enanga agamba fe bana security drone enamba zivako nezigwa kubanga zidduka nnyo ekyo kimwebaza I salute you afanda enanga naye bana security nzenga Gita yaleta government eno eyali amanga those who brought this regime eyali amanga those abali mu kampu z'obuyeekero bwayita President Museveni wano eyali amanga those eyatuusa President Museveni mu buyinza eyali amanga those nga President Museveni alayira ku parliament nga 29 naliwo eyali amanga those abali bagenda okubwa n'ennyonyi wali ku parliament njabategeeza kino muddeeyo ku body room security ezemu ebituli security gye mulaba muddeeyo ku board deployment muzikola mutya kubanga osanga awantu operation weri waliwo aba SFC mwana bana bagenda kukwata one day afane Kayula ali agenda ku arrestinga yatuma afane tumukonde yatuma waiso ne Kayula n'atuma aba police tuba tuliawo nga ne SFC guse temumutwala SFC ne jawo zimugemera wala paka SFC byasinza amaanyi omukazi ne mutwala lwachi ng'omukazi agamba yayina ebyama ebyokutaka wesi kubanga yalichi mukwano gwe kondoza mulaba internal security organization etumye go and bring that lady baba chala akasimu ne kavuga jeno Kayula naye asindika abakambwe aba police baba lyawo SFC nayo neyingirawo kati security mumanyawo nti wayinza okuva kudita mulabanga akantu akatono wayinza okuva kudita awo mulaba katini ebyo byabwe kubenze nalabya abakulu walinga bazika kopolo naye ngolaba abakulu bawulira speech ya Bugingo ne batunda bwe bati because let me tell you okufirwa mu jaso mu gwanga let me tell you mwamuloza if one America died tegeze yensi au batawa abantu 10 tunateka bintu fangaba etali jimu eno okufirwa mu jaso mu nafe bya nonsense ngebya Bugingo mu jaso bya fudde temunava tuswa statement intufu nchimanyi mujja komekereza amugamba ADF yamukubye era Bugingo abadde no bamuwalana kubanga abayekera be Kongo omanyi yagulayo okembaawo n'agana basasula ezembaawo zigenda kuzimba Kanani kati kirabika ADF bajiguze ne mutege Nansana kwegamba muletera abantu okuba ne tension kati Nansana area bagifudde nti erimu abatemu ekifo kibatiramu kirumire wali ebulenga bakibala nti kirimu abatemu kulambiro ye mwamufuula nti ichuli muyafira afande Katumba muyakubwa ebyasi afande Kaweesa muyakubwa ebyasi kati kulambiro mwagifula ya batujju eriawo esirise where are you stepping kulambiro that area then you a lot of longo doers there Kawempe eyo mwagifula ya bachu Sfs Kasolo group Zebula mwaleka welinya lya Zebula people Zebula group are there kanani how do you call it this paper group naye muganda wira nti leader wa abantu abo akolagane ne police ye Kawempe now such issues security organs afande Kayindo tafide afande Jimu Mwezi we are together in the bush even though you are now top men, but let me tell you, go back to the board and don't wait General Museveni to do whatever. Because by now you may find Pastor Bugingo, they are already deployed about a platoon to him. At home, at the church, even you may find you have given patrol cars to escort Pastor Bugingo, because now I survived has narare. It is now a miracle in Uganda. But you go back to the board. How are you deploying your soldiers? Because we, as myself, Gita, you thought that you are going to make me a failure. But now I'm talking worldwide. People, they witness, they judge me. Does Gita, the army told us Gita is a mad. Is he a mad? They told us, we Ugandans, according to the spokesperson of the army, Gita Msoke is a liar. Is Gita a liar? Now, the Ugandan and the other people from diaspora are those people who are judging this regime. Because I'm the one who brings this regime. Nowhere you can drop me. Even you say, Gita, go and stay as a civilian. I cannot become a civilian when technology came. This technology was not brought by General Museveni because we came from the bush with our lives, barefoot, whatever. Twajja wano nga tuzze n'ensekereza ffe, twajja wano nga tetulina de masimu, twajja wano ng'engalo zonna zijjudde musaayi. Let me tell you, abaava mu nsiko twalina omusaayi mu ngalo, teri akyegaana. Bw'abanga oli akyegaana, uniform gye wajjanga ku mujasi w'obote, gomaze okutta, wayambalanga ki? Sala bako munsuka yambala bisubi. Sala bako Kayindo tafire nga yambala wana ebikokoma. Nti atwali bubi nnyo ne twambala ebikokoma. Sikirabangako. Naye mwaso otugabira obuvera. Mleto obukutiya ne mubutugabira. Zifuke engoyi. Obukutiya bw'obuwunga. Ne tusala ko emikono ne twambala tubeeranga ba mama, ba Merida. Now tutegera kye tuwogera. We know everything because we are the found of this regime. Abiri mu musanvu you okay. Era senza kusanga omuntu wabiri mu musanvu nga munaku. Nekangaho Andrew eyagendanga civilian Muzeyi Museveni namwe 13 bukomero adde yasome izo kenyi ntungam aine nyumba tojimuwa nenga tiyakola buyekera twatuka wano ne mumuteka mu URA ne mumwane nyote ya mancholo lieutenant era gamba abasini yakadogoni NRA bikwanga yali nyaki benzi kya rutaya ne bagendo kuba kabamba sebo nafu mu bwa kadogo the first kadogo in NRA. What does it mean? Doctor. Now the issue is Bugingo issue file bwemba moti ogi investigatinga mumpite Gita tugende tulena afande birungi tugende afande Mbadi mbagamba afande Mbadi musoke mukwata ono deploying officer ani yateeka muwumuza oba musinguzi ewa Bugingo ekyo kimu oyadde wali ajjemu engatozi bwabajja no Museveni maje gage ya deploying amne yagama mu omujazi naye nze ndowooza abantu ngabo UPDF was want to handle ate abantu ngabo first division because those people and the guns and the pistol are counted in afande Semwangazi department in Kachiri emundu biri ziri wa Bugingo kati omwana oyo bwabadde emundu enaji deploying tebatta Gita mujja gamba ADF ya musse Gita musoka badde manya badde ayogera nnyo ndoza bamulabanga aboogerako Gita bamukubya amasasi yesobiti yabagamba omujasi babanga asiba ali ku CPS ne mundu navawo saa 12 emundu eyo emisana naji deployinga egende Forex Bureau era sobbi n'amanya nti abagenza okubba banka y'ebuweeka wempe kwabaddeko Sendugga kakati mukigana mutya kwegangola basobbi ayogera issues eziri mu security alina akozesa security alina mu mwesiga nnyo civilian kati abantu category ezo be mu deploying eyo mu swamp olidde emundu eyo kubanga tibotuka gye basimu omusenyu wajuddeyo mundu emundu ezo omwaye bwafuna diiru n'omusajja wa sino tracker namuga waliko diiru omusajja alirwa amata alina $5,000,000 naye azikweka mu toilet bampadde order omwana oyo akuma mu musenyu lwaki emundu etagi deploying
ostegeera
ngere mundu ejja kudde namugamba gwe gituwe giteeke wali mulole naganga atwerekeddeko tugende wali ese kayabwe otwerekereko namanya agenze kubanga wali wali amula omujasa agende mundu ye bwatuke kayabwe ne balinnya drone negenderwa amata $7,500,000 zisigalayo bajja gamba bebayekera Museveni biyaleke Luwero ne Lwamata bebazewa ne bakolaki era abo baganda ebayine mundu anti Museveni yakola nnyo obuyekera wano emundu zasigala mu bantu songo omuntu yazanye diru akuma musenyu diru labo byatambudde kati lwaki olwo mata agule sino truck abajigula ng'ateekako ng'agamba eyampa teyannimba kyekigambo kyateke maaso ku ndabirwamu eyampa teyannimba kubanga wamugambo kuma musenyu ne mundu ya government ne mundu naafunamu kuba yatasubira jeno Museveni kumwa $3,000,000 oba 2. Do you get me? Now the issue is afande Mbadi, you know me, nze nakuvuga nga kagali choli oli general naye kuliko tafali ya Gita afande birungi, you know me, ovudde ogenda cadet natuli wamu ngoli civilian. You are now major general nzomanya bagambe because I know you. Afande Charity, you know me, ogenza okufuka lieutenant je wava omanyi okufuka lieutenant oli choli brigadier nkumanyi mutule ku table afande Charity, afande Mugisani SFC, afande Ayo Panawiz, afande Kafero bona who are there, you know me very well, mutule ku table who deployed that soldier bankati manje bibuzo binjeyo yade mwazise agama sasi ge mwakubye temwaye nonye temwaye that is not misusing the resources of the UPDF of the army mwakubye amasasi ge gwanga twagala statement mwe bitu mbadde byaje byakusaga sima muloza social media sima TikTok sima. Now the issue is Gita deploying kat now I'm prolonged this matter ira kana katambi wa president Museveni akafuna oba natasa oba jeno kanirugaba oba this matter tetujja kudira mujasi wa gwanga muzanyira ko this is a junior soldier here the deserter as you believe that yanti bad desertinga anti bujuzi babuza kaboyo anti Gita musoke mulimba anti yagenda munupu to be a nupu person is a crime. You are the one president Museveni twapa munsko ni bamubuzo ogenda kutufuga ya myaka emeka 5 agreement nejugwako nayingira mu 9 n'agamba munyongere ye 5 ntereze ebyo ebitannaba kuggwa ne babitereza 9 mu 6 n'agamba mighty party nziguddewo. That's why Semogere came in Chibirige Mayanja Smanyandi Wandi who kakati nupu yafoka di crime kati za Gita banyamba sati ya nupu Gita yageze mu nupu bwe nanyamba entarabusi ku mutwe Gita yageze mu DF kati mwagala nkoleki bwe zijja ku social media nenjira Gita aliona atunyaza kakati I will talk and advise wamwaga tuwe before government nga mlowooza nti twasoma aberuwero kati nchikira Luwero and entire Uganda abatasoma group abana ibatwala mu nsiko nga bakadogo ne mubasura nga condom ba veteran emwaloza nti mujja bawo emitwalo 15 because panawo veterans they under my hand Gita musoko tuogeredde kubanga bambu omuzindalo abantu bonna mwabasirwaza mwayitange daga yemuteka mbitoko ne muyiwayi wo muloza nti bajja kubanga ebibo cabbage nti ati boyogera nkumbi kati enkumbi mugana gikubani kati mutukuba amasasi because we have come out to criticize these matters naye abantu ne babona bana Uganda ne babona buli mwaka olide abantu ne batwale Somalia mwabawumuza amaje era mu batwale Somalia bafe ne bakomawo sente zabwe era ne malo kuzoza mu bukadde bubiri busatu bubiri nosanga omuntu nga talina kyakoze ate gwa muyita omuntu bakaddiye bali wali bakuba broker nosanga omuntu yali command officer temwinawo na program yo ne government no tumuza abantu bebati ne mugenze mu abatumanyi nga ba Gita tugenze nga ba senior officer batumanyi tubakumye tutya you go to Nigeria you find an army council sat no sanga ba generals abawumula bonna on the other side no sanga abali mu maje nabo other side then the president is there bane ba interviews banoze kubanga tabali chipia chiche mukweka what are you hiding mwagala fula Uganda golodi Gita bwana yogera aliyo na atusisa Gita atuonona chipiachi abasirikale bakyafolinga basatu muchakwata AK47 the good thing from Nakasongola factory amasasi from Nakasongola chipiachi fetwaina zi Bennett kati mundu ziko Bennett singers what the difference okusiba amavivi ne musibe enkokola fe kwegamba falako esange enkokola kutaka kwegamba fetwali basiru fetwali seledi mu mutambulira mu mamba buli wamu mu bibira betwayitanga mu mutambulira mu mamba you are covered esasa likutukako oiza notambulanga n'empala ogijjemu now but we sacrificed our life for this country ne mutubalanga ba failures ba puppet kati musirikale bannafe mutasonba mwe ba deployinga kati baba kuba masasi kati echa ADF mu kibalemye mukamwa kisikatira chogere orabe ADF yamukubye ka Bugingo kubanga it is now the matter ADF omanyi ADF yatuseka amwenge ndoza kati yazo kuba Bugingo kisegeza enjiri jabulira naye yinzo mukubyo amasasi omusayi gunnyogoga kakati fe Gita basulanga n'emirambo mugera kategoreza fe mugera zikola mutya naye mukole ebintu bana Uganda baleme tukubamu nnyo bituli ate mulime kulowooza nti mwe muli 100% normal we are equal omuntu ne bwafa ne mumuteka mu helicopter ne mumutwane mwani kogamba mwakwatibwa n'ensonyi mwabadde mwagala mutwane helicopter Mutulagire deranti bambi abadde mulwanyi nnyo kubanga ndaba muyimba Somalia na Congo yalwane Congo yalwane katate ba Gita fe ntalo 19 bikirwanda Kagame zinawe jonyi yawala sweat there fe muri tuogera kodi ani agero tuzika abafunye ne chance babakuya amasasi atende babazika ne bakuba na amasasi bane emizimu jonna mwajigobye mu kitundu ekyo now what about us naye bantu mwe Pastor Bugingo mukama ngabe yakutumye n'okutama wansi wa steering dayo otwe ekintu ekituufu era asaba afande birungi Pastor Bugingo alipotinge ku semwai akole oba akole statement empapula 10 azikole question yazeya in semwai there is the department for analyzation there is the department of interrogation is national intelligence I know department izo naze mulimu awo manyi kino kikola kino manyi kikola kino manyi interrogation manyi special investigation branch manyi counter intelligence omulimu gwayo ki please mutule ku Bugingo mumubuza akala na akatano ngatajje munengatto ebyo byogama bamukubye that's another issue naye mubuze Bugingo bwasimbudde ku chachi waisewa wakutewa emotoka eno yakubanga kamera zonna mwagambye batuleza abadde nfu okuva ekanani Bugingo wava wali kamera temwabadde mutekola ate ne kintu kya kamera nakyo nze advise President Museveni omuntu akola ku kamera naggulu mu mukwate mu musibe oba agende kalabba nga sebirumbi kubanga buli ekigwawo kamera nfu And there is a department which was created by Afande Kayihura on those cameras to monitor all of the Uganda at large. Naibuli yechiberawo camera yabadefu. Camera ya savers azijja mudda. Bakubi Afande Katumba Wamala bwe twagenza okumonitalinga essimu yatambudde bweti nejja ku World Park ne yambuka ate essimu etwagirabye yavuze bweti ne twagenza yaviriddeko wano mu nnaku nga 2 ng'essimu mugiraba yabatemu nebulirawo kamera anti omanyi twagenza okusanga yegundi seva yafa mwabakola bannaire kambabulire nze nali nkola muri police nga every day nina okubeera mu office yange research and documentation ngera abantu bajja abatalina personal files nga Gita nina okukola slabs fingerprints kati bamba brigadier ba general mbambalaba benakolako afunya akayinja kamwa vakadeti they have to pass through Gita's hand zibo officers bangi benali kurutinga gende ekagadi gende ekibale genda wa mutiyana genda mubende gende Kampala gende Moroto gende Soroti cadet kati basajja wa brigadier gende obuze Nyarwa who recruited him is now head marine naye nza nokupa n'ekikumi gende obuze General Mbadi ani yamuvuganga kagali okuva ekireka kina watakawo tuita Gita ntugina kwa bulungi Gita msoke tofaayo era muko tofaayo kati yafuna general ashamanyi Gita nafuuka kafeero obutajjukira obwo President Museveni tukutuusa totujjukira Afande Mbadi nenkuvuga kagali totujjukira ba Afande birungi tubadde fene na Kasongola mugenda kadeti temutujjukira Gita ze mulimba Gita alimba nnyo Gita paka mukyala kaboyo nagamba nti nagenda mu nuupu ye yampandika naye Kyagulanyi amuyita amwaniriza kubanga ebintu bisobye Luwero issue mukyala kaboyo bwotegendereze ojja gende bakubirayo amayinja leti am advising you ojja gende Luwero abaleta President Museveni mu buyiza ne bamuwa ente zaabwe n'ebitooke na bikina emmere gye yalyanga empogola bagenda kukuba amayinja kubanga olimba president toza kudde abantu beruwero bateke mu PDM bafune emitwalo 3 ng'omuntu yawayo ente za 3 5 biki bani abazirya mulowooza twatuka tutye Kampala twatulya nsekere genda buze na Lweso yali ansekere okubeerawo okutuuka wafuke general ne mwerabira abantu beruwero genda tuuke Empondwe jemuwoza jemuzanyira jemukuba ADF akatale kempondwe sebo je likukata kanyirira kalinganga State House naye mu Luwero teri yadda akatale gende Mbale wawiri bagala kuzimbira Northern Uganda ente zonna abakulu ezabacholize baali mu ggulu fe twali ggulu we witnessed everything what you did there you paid them mwabasasula you paid your cholis and rangos their kettles whom you grabbed there whom you looted naye Luwero people bali bakaba n'obuwanga bwabo abantu baswana n'obuwanga boka ndasule yene NRA kubanga omuntu yafanga bamugamba owagira obuyekera ne bamukuba ekyasi
oyo akugambye Luwero oyo yagambye bajja mukuba nakandi
okubani
agenda Luwero
Alice Kaboyo am advising you fetujjako era ku kamera mwagambye batudde mu State House ne mugamba obuzibu nawe buvudde n'okulaba mukyusa ebintu byammwe TikTok social media kakati mugendera sa mugule gundi abawenyonyi Putin mujje muzoche abamusobola this technology bino byetwalwanirira Gita wammaje mbadde mu muloza nga feria kati ensema nyi Gita kano muyasanga Gita oli serebu ne mugamba ni serebu nze ne kolenderi nyuma mwanzo nampo omutwa kano wamaje ne mugambo inesawo munana toyeza kumpa mitwalo 10 Gita zivaawa ngana fe Mbadi sente zonna yazisiba kuba Mbadi naye kati bamulabanga enemy sente zonna yazisiba ne kyanda sente zonna muzikutte temwala kuyamba abantu
Katonda basasi
naye nze mbasabe ekintu kimu muleme kuzanyira ku musayi gw'abasirikale abayina ebizibu abamu bava Kongo lw'ebizibu ne badduka ne bajoininga amaje abamu bava muri refugee camp wano Kyaka ne Nakivale ne bajoininga amaje gano mwebali nagamba nze ni munna Uganda mbalwa Samiri ne mumwandika they are there nenga botandika okutambula kanneemu kubanga amaje go gafa temwagala kumanya muntu mwoza SFC boyingira ku SFC paka wakawosula ne jjajjawo bamukubira essimu ne taatawo nani naye mukola byaki ne mute wana abantu bangi bali mu magye batusinga omubuuza gwe bakuzaala wavaawo kuyingira mu magye gano oyinza okwesanga president Museveni asigaza abajasi mitwalo ebiri nga batebamanyikiddwa abali mu M23 baganda ba abali mu ADF baganda ba naye nga ali mu magye ga Museveni bamwe bali abalaba Kagame naye nga bali mu magye gano yagamba I was born at Chanika ngate ogamba za mu Uganda naye nga muganda wali mugerwa kati kafande kayula juzi abadde nkumbaga yani nziza yali mu yiso nabeerako ne defense manyi bikyere wa Kagame bwenje afudde mukazi we gwabadde awasa si muganda wa Nziza naye muloza tuli basiru mwe mulaba Gita ne mulabanga kafeero mutulabye ddanga abali bakadeideyi. This is not propaganda of this country. Holiday. Don't think that Gita ayogere ebyo Museveni amulabe. Even President Museveni natula ne mu advisinga ne mugamba wajjawo sente mu magye ezemmere why lwabubbi. Nazo zitaka mu bank. I'm the one who advises the president to put this money in the bank. Omujjaso kuba na account number ni Gita. A P6 river. Neba general tebaliwo. Gendo buze Sale, gendo buze Sejusa, gendo buze Stuart Yagaba ADC, by that time was a former ADC president. Gendo buze Amelia Chambadde, holiday, Emotoka yatwala mu safe house ya namba nzirugamu. Eyazija mu safe house ya namba myufu. Nalweiso, waliyo nchimayo, waliyo ntwala kumpasa oba. Waliyo kweka makago ngokwekera yoki. Banaye mwe mujja twogeza ebintu wano naye muleme kuzanyira ku musayi gw'abasirikale. Abasirikale ababeera bubi. Oide. Lwaki Bugingo temwamu aba major bajjudde wali mu SFC. Ba officer bali abalinga bujanjalo. Mwandikutte office omu Bugingo naagya n'abyala lieutenant ya mukuma. Ne mumfulo omukadde we kanisa. Naye namudde ku basirikale ba wansi be mumanyira. Oide. Lwaki mwe ba brigadier temugane mukuma ba pastor. Ndaba wali wakakande nosanga military police nosanga amajege gwanga nosanga police nosanga abapolisi abambadde bya bulaka nosanga ki naye nga sente baziwadde bali to look after these soldiers ne bazirya wekwenda huko wekwenda kinga kyakire ne bagenda kati omusikano bwabanga asakinga kabbaga kwa musajja ono yavudde bundi bujo yavudde wa nalaba muzidola nagamba wewe unatoka wapi? Natoka bundi bujo. Wewe udikweza pembeni pale. Rudi pale. Yazo kusaba n'obusente bwe. Wewe rudi pale. Wewe natoka bundi bujo. Wewe namna gani? Si watu nyinyi wa ADF. Natoka Kinyama Seke. Karugutu. Nakuja kuona kakande. Yi mtu anaweza kuwa anti ADF. Sasa agenda kuvanga dola 10 ezigenzi. Yazo kusaba kubanga bali they are not catered well. Oide. Kakande has to pay money to a leader who deployed these soldiers to Kakande's church. We know everything. Wanabana mu woko tuwaka bawanga sentes. Ngabaino funa allowances mu maje. Naye babwanga akachupa kamazi, ne babane mu obugati buno mwana akaba. Bubiri ngadi nzanga motoka deploying. Nenga abafande. Abasika mbawo obugati bubiri. Choka mujasa ina singi bitano byaza kwegwira bugati. Kati yeresoni. Omujasa nasira ku nakachupa kamazi n'obugati bubiri. Imagine. Kati bomulabanga besi yekyakula kitupumuleka atambula agende Kampala adeyeze kasangati omujasi nasibirira ki obugati bubiri mwana akaba naye imagine a government soldier that worker is doing akoira gwanga omulimu gwakologo butakiza kiza besi kutambula kuwaka tuwaka akoira president Museveni akoira majega gwanga nene mudira omujasi muwaka chupaka amazi akawuzima ne mu mwana obugati bubiri mu mwana akaba naye bantu mmwe olide let me tell you banja basikale banebaza okuvayo ngo muzindalo gwabwe nabali mu service many of them neba officers you are there Gita twebale Gita otwogeredde naye kakati olide bine bintu singa twalinga tebatuloza tuliba failures amaje gandi badde galina bwe gali. Holiday, You cannot deploy a soldier to a civilian to guard him. Kitegeeza omujasi n'omukazi. Toyinza birira. Kitegeeza ajja kwagala mukazi wo gwe civilian omujasi. Kubanga gwe mulimu gw'omusirikale. Holiday. Bakyala kubana sente abennaku zino ffe twasente batuzirabanga measles naye abennaku zino mani era ne bwomubuuza nti nze najja gwe gira toyogera ffe twajja kunoonya ssente ebyo bya Museveni wamwe temutubuulira ffe tuli after money omujaasi wa kakati n'ogamba wamugenda okukuuma eggwanga lino you after money juzi erwe lwaganya okwongeza emisaala ne bagamba naye erweru oyo singa nze driver ye singa mutomeza omuti n'agaana omusaala era amagye gali gonna gatunulanga makambwe gati amaaso gali gati erweru naye wamulabye mu kyakya ayogera ne Katonda mu uniform y'amagye ga UPDF n'akwata omunsi forgive me the people I killed Jesus afande Peter okay God will forgive you naye abantu bali kusonyiwa bannayuganda baafa era bagamba afande erweru ye yajja n'agamba shoot ngoli yagamba bwe mwawulira if you come in Kampala come when we are prepare your coffin the work of police is to shoot naye Katonda ye switch agijjamu esawa yonna ne bobera mu kinabiro switch agijjamu yayogera ekyo n'akireka mu record aliriddawo eyagamba nti come Kampala when you have prepared your coffin aliriddawo yali atekayo balubo n'asayira kameza n'agwa statement zo bazireeta mangu zivaayo mangu ate sebo ne bazoogera yabadde ava atekayo balubo n'ava kameza n'agwa TikTok neruma yabadde atekayo balubo akameza ne kamenyeka n'agwa n'afa efulu general yatekayo balubo talina ba defense work at his home. There is a big question. Now the issue is Pastor Bugingo okuva lwa twala sente nozikolamu embaga church yakube ebituli abantu ba followers abamu baagenda ne waase nnyonga ne bagamba sebo nako otuvumira omufere naye tuzze engalo nezivuga abane bagende wakakande sebo tuzze ate Bugingo ya sente za pezo nazo twasonda ku Mbadi Valley yaziwasizamu makula ne bamwaneri yali haji kati ate haji mu kifo ky'okkuba ye pisto yazanyidde ku mubiri gwa kopolo amasasi 13 ye yawulidde omusaayi nga gunnyogoga but people kati ngafe abasoma intelligence awo that's why I'm requesting kindly afande Mbadi afande birungi you are the owner of this army omujaso mubwa afa ku lutalo bwe mukimanyi nti emundu emwebula mu magye afazali abajasi 20 bafe kubanga mwabi tukolangako nafe twabiyiga if a single gun got lost afazali abantu mu kitundu ekyo abalinanye barracks awo bafe eriyo etteeka ly'amagye emundu yabuze emundu ebuleetya emundu ebule etambule yogera kati omujasi kopolo era bakopolo singa mwakoze damage mu UPDF who deployed the kopolo to a pastor naye mwenna muli wali bajja tusiba bakopolo president awuyinte bakopolo bedimye abe muchwini abe kitugumu abe padere abe abali swijja kopolo afaatya because let me tell you this kopolo is a command of the army section commander without a section president Museveni ntebe tabira yo genda mu detail ekuma president two sections bemulaba abo ne pistol nereki neri amakoti gonna mulo ekoti teterera goloze kote yone juddemu mundu corporals section yes it is a section by section commanders corporal sergeant mwebe muyisamu amaaso sebo omulimu gwe bakola mu majomu musana nakubanga bawumula majje buli ali kulaka ya kopolo mumwe motoka mugambe primo yiyo kopolo sergeant gwangapi primo zizo emirimu gye mbadde mukola mukoze nnyo sikuwa bano ba brigadier ba generals muwadde milioni 608 lwabukozi bwaki babera ba unit commander ne bafuna sente ne babera ba mwame council buli babera mwame council mubawaba baasa mbubo baawukane naffe bafuga abantu balina amayumba naye omuntu nawumula kubanga ezekano n'omuwa milioni 806 fe Gita tujja kwogera buli kimu kubanga byemukola bituluma kale bambadde 6 n'abasirikale bali president Museveni abakuleta okujja mu buyinza babaye 10 nabo bagende bazimbe waabwe ense kutende olide naye abaana bali eyo beyaguza lujjo abaana bali eyo bakaba linnya lya General Museveni tebakaba lyeryeru tebakaba lya Mbadi tebakaba lya birungi tebakabira Jim Mwezi kubanga abannaffe bo baatusuula boogera mu ofisi zaabwe bize ku ofisi kuliko emiryango gye bayita escape route gye bayitire emanju golowooza otuddaawo enswera zigudde ku mimwa bakulimba erimira kasoda kamu mbwe omukulu yagenze omanyi there is an official meeting yagenze naye we yayise wootunudde bwoti naye yayise mabegeeri kuba tayala kulaba Gita. Are we safe in Uganda? Do you think we are safe really for what you are doing? Because also abasirikale bemuyisaamu amaaso abo be bajja basika wansi w'ebitanda bagambe wano wafande gundi wano kubanga Uganda tenate let me tell you Uganda tenatereera Uganda n'okutereera emyaka 10 kubanga twajja ntutereze Uganda naye ebintu ebikolebwa mu Uganda n'okweryamu enkwe n'obunakigwanyizi n'obutayagaliza kaboyo n'onteeka ku kamera ngeno mwotwala ka tape kange wa Museveni okuva lwe yalayira paka kati tonkubiranga na ku simu ogamba abantu nti nagenda mu nupu gwe wantwala gwe wandika ba member ofisi wagigesa ne Museveni abatunga bo lwakyo bajjako naye gwe wali Sweden ng'okwira abantu beruweero lwaki mututabula wano Yunus Kakande nagenda ku CBS veteran ye nakaaba abo basiru bayaye buli veteran tumwa million 5 buli mwaka fucking mbwa ozuwani gwe Yunus Kakande najja mu ofisi okukwata amatayo omukazi nika tojja mulaba gende wa Sedunga atarwana zenyere wa Sedunga naye Yunus Kakande yayogera nonsense ku CBS ne mudira bannamwandu mu defense ne muteekamu empewo abafuna abalala bannamwandu abatuufu tebafuna bwe mwaba ku bya ghost soldiers ze najjawo leka mbabulire President Museveni yajjawo mmere maje nagera ku Republic House wali ku Bulange n'afumba emmere n'afumba ebijjanjalo n'akawunga n'agamba abakulu b'amagye bamugisa muntu nti ene emmere emala omujasi n'atuwa singi 1500 nga tuva e Rwanda ntuwa mmere ne bongerako siringi 5 amagye gano ge mulaba gonna agawummula omujasi bamuwe 2000 per day bwabanga mukirimba mugende mu teko squad ejjenkuba amasasi kati bana abasirikale abapya abazze mubabuza mubasiga akazi ko temwagala babulira naye omusirika omukazi bwagenda nalopa mu intelligence nti bange tagula mmere ng'omujasi bamubuuza emitwalo 6 egy'omukazi ogimuwa omukazi ng'agamba sigikwatangako bamugamba ajja mwengatto nga bamutwala emakindi nga bamusiba kubanga takwata mitwalo 6 giwani mukazi mbasanga wali ku banka nga babalangalo sente ziweddewo zino za boroda anti najja omukazi guli nampa emitwalo n'omubuuza oyinza okunda gayidiyo ate idiweeri ayidi eri mu baroda omujasi w'eggwanga sente baroda abajasi 10 bateekawo Mbadi n'omugamba afande Mbadi bano bona bajjeyo ID tebayina ziri mu baroda because the welfare is worsening. Ati bafuna 5 mwe bagita mwafunanga simanyi mitwalo 14 omanyi tufunanga mitwalo 8 n'ekifungo okumala emyaka 17 ate ezemmere 6 ze2,200 n'emitwalo 8 mu 15 twamale okuva mu 9 mu 5 paka 2016 naye omuntu agamba naye gwe Gita wete wazimba kati nzimbe ki nenga natandikira ko 2005 olide kati 2005 ku ntalo zonna zenwanye ntute Galanga ntute Kagame ndunzijeo konyi ngulanyera kwena nwanye ne bangi nababo kati ba general Peter Otayi group becho ruba minister bagaba mmere simanyi ya preparedness ntute Kabira nwanye bichi babemba babo bali bulungi bambusa Nyamwisi bali bulungi nwanyisize mpewo mu maje obubbi fake bichi inflation bichi fake numbers ni ame Gita musoke genda okolagala nyo ne president tetukyakwagala mu maje gatatawo Museveni yali amanyi nti ajja kubeera general naye mwe bantu mwe fetubalaba. Now the issue is we want the fair justice of Kopolo Mumuza Richard, who was murdered on the vehicle of Pastor Bugingo, a civilian, a soldier from SFC. Katika tuyimuke kubanga fetwabelako bakopolo katuyimuke kubanga mwemutia ajja kubatta gwe mwana gwe genda mpola wali munamabira ngambi sebo bankubidde simu ne bangamba you go siro no that matter kakati ebyo is that are we building Uganda? are we building Uganda? Kati go security akubira mu namawulire on which matter? Check tabaddewo. Lwaki Bugingo teyagenze neyekweka mu toyi ne motoka ye n'agamba nti nno bankubye amasasi mu toilet ne motoka n'agisuulayo. Ne mwennyini yavuddeyo n'akubira Gasumba olidde omwogezi we nti bagambe bankubye. Gasumba muvandimwe kwegamba waliwo ebintu abo. Bugingo alina namba za police, Bugingo alina namba za Ochora, Bugingo alina namba ya SFC, Bugingo alina namba ya afande Mbadi, Bugingo alina namba ya afande Birungi naye yasobedde kubira Gasumba. Njogo omwana bamuheza bamutere ebyasi konkanyo we ndije naye mwe bantelligence bali wano ba investigator musomedde rasa musomedde Israeli musomedde wa njala muddeyo ku ttebo mutule mu kintu ekyo muleme file banne nosanga file eri mu investigation naye nga impapula zonna zavaamu because you are destroying information is. Now this is a soldier of UPDF. This is 2024. Mwalowooza nti Gita mujja mubonyabonya okuva 2022 paka 2018 mumugambe nti genda tetukumanyi. Anti okolaganya ne President Museveni, anti omubulira ebyama byonna ebyamaje kati njogera ne billions z'abantu essaawa zino. Kubanga teri atalina simu. Njogera n'omwana wa President Natasha, njogera n'omwana wa President Diana, njogera n'omwana wa President Kainerugaba General, njogera n'omwana wa President Patience, njogera ne mukodoni wa Museveni wa Bwogo Edreke, njogera n'omukodoni wa Muzeyi nani Karujire, njogera n'omukodoni wa Museveni Kamuntu, njogera ne President Museveni, njogera ne Mama Janet Panao Kembabazi ka Museveni, njogera ne Penina Kembabazi, njogera ne bonna ngabo bamanyi. Esteri, simanyi njogera ne Genosale, njogera ne mutabani we Alexander Sarasini, njogera ne Esteri, ne bantu mwe. Oide. Kagubiri simanyani Mariamu mwenna njogera namwe mugambe mu President Museveni omuzimu gwa Gita gwayimuse kasamu akute ku mujasi wa wansi eyanga soldier junior soldier kubanga obadde kati ali wa pastor sebo doctor obadde yakulaba enjaba muteka cadet ngaseba afuka captain ava pastor naye ali kalama obolusi ne bamukuzaawo akumye bulungi Pastor Bugingo babeka bambadde wanulanga omuntu from nowhere anti omanyi oyo oyo yava mu SFC commando ninga abadde wali akuma pastor sebo nagende mbuyane bamuwa office now nabadde nkyasirise nempulira nonsense ne boogera bino nzo manye sipakuka. I'm not rushing. Naye today mabiga kati nalabya abaana abange tebasoma. Let me tell you, President Museveni yagamba basomesa balonda ne bantu aluzira. President Museveni abuuza but where is my boy Gita? Namkweka kololo Chanda, where is my boy? Omukulu omuna ayimira masoka president namugamba nti Gita yafa era bamuziika migadde. Kati omuzimu gwayimuka okuva emigadde guli ku social media. Naye yakyogera nawe nkusabira ate ofe bulungi bakuteke mu helicopter y'amagye oba mu bombardier bakuze mu kyale wammwe kolo bakoleye n'oluguudo kubanga kinkoze bulungi nti Uganda eno kati omuntu bwafa omunene mu kyalo kyewaabwe wetukayo bulldozer era bonna bafudde enguudo laba osanga bulldozer abantu bagamba konka yafa konka tulije twatunga omuhanda mutebire twatunga omuhanda naye helicopter ayita mu bbanga gugugugugugugu ne gwa kasomero eyo nosanga abaana bonna tebalina yande nigina mu kigere tuizo okulaba ennyonyi tuizo okulaba helicopter mawe yaleeta emanzi yetu yafa ambulance nezituusa ki kati batya ekubere balikole ku olwo President Museveni ayinza okujja batya ekintu eki Museveni ayinza nazo kwiza okuli abamunywanyi weye nam bakatunda naye mu furnasa neko muhanda awu bulldozer awu nezikola bala DC konka yafa konka twatunga omuhanda mpulira ababyogera eyo ne Uganda tunabira bwe tutyo era wendagalirawo you see kubanga mutyo okwogera. This is Uganda. Uganda ejja kubeerawo era abantu bajja kufa.
Tusibula abatulaba.
N'olwekyo bannayuganda mwenna tubaagala nnyo. I salute you all where you are. Gita Musoke Kadogo yatwalibwa mu nsiko nga n'emyaka 12 sikyerimbiramu. Olidde era sinze nzekka yo ne bato bannanga abayingira ku 7 kopolonsereko mwamulabye. Eyandibadde genero mbu baamuwa honorary lieutenant. Kati honorary ki mukuyamba bakadogo. Honorary omuntu gwe batwala mu nsiko ng'olina emyaka 8 nga n'ekigongo wuli wali asumulula bya maya kano. Jacob Asimu yali headmaster we Masulita yaleta somero damba mu nsiko namubuuza daga mu brigadier yo mwana we birekebe brigadier. Get Njuba yaletanga sukali mu nsiko buli kimu ddagala biki captain minister w'ettaka state house naye yine ettaka naye Uganda ewo
era abatulaba baganda
n'olwekyo mwenna
sobodde kuba mu kamera eddobozi
Dr. tasobodde kuba mu kamera eddobozi lyafudde mbadde mu jamusekerera mbuyamize kovu n'olwekyo nze njibaddemu nga Gita kubanga eno this is security matter era abakulu bonna mubalabaawo naffe twandibadde ba general naye gye tuli nange Gita ndi general ate nyinza okuba field maaso
tell them
olidde twandibadde tulina kye tuli singa temwatulyamu nkwe singa you haven't skipped our names on promotion list. Kati ekigumu ki Amini yayogeranga wapitu. Those Ezanis, if they are joking that they don't want to go back to their country, India, let them wait in 92 days. They will receive fire in their battle. Where is India now? They went. Atina sasula mayumba gonna. You know, I mean, sabi ya sasula. Abayindi baba those Ezanis, ngateri abanja. Enyumba zaabwe zonna bano bebazikoze eki? Bebazibye. Ne bagagawala housing estate. Katumba tebamukubidde masasi wa kulambiro ng'asula wa mu nyumba ezo. Afande Mbadi singa tebamuvuga nga mubbi kumuzayo na butaka ne hampusi tamanyo bamukuba mulimu hampusi. Afande Mbadi bayiganda balaba Gita yamuvuga nga kagali singa asula kololo naye asula na butaka.
Era Gita Mbaddense abantu batugambire nti tubagala nnyo. Eno chano yali yabbibwa nekati chano ya
tubagala nnyo chano ya FLASHLIGHT bali bagikwatamu bannakigwanyizi naye nakozesa ku yange Gita Musoke n'avaayo kati yagizaawo. Subscribe, share, bwolaba ebintu nga bino tena ojja kubijja naye ffe bebasaddaako edda tutambulira mitu tujja mundu kubanga obwekyo ogomani tuzanne tumuyita obwekyo nagamba Bugingo. Kati Bugingo tayogerwako ani yabaga nti Bugingo agenda ne Katonda. Ani yabaga nti Bible eyo abagiwandika Bugingo yali alabyeko n'omu.
Ne Bugingo tati olaba n'okwocha eyo kya Bible.
Naye yatuuka n'okujjamu ennyiriri mbwe Bible eyo kati Bugingo yali awandiiseko Bible atudde mu buntu. Bugingo yali awandiiseko Bible. Genda mu Matayo walala genda mu Samuzi mu Zabuli 12 olunyiriri bweruti ne bweruti mulimo lwa Bugingo
ati muli
kakati bana Uganda tubagala nnyo tetugenda kowa tetujja kutiririra tetwawerera ggwanga batugamba mu nsiko baleeta abantu baleeta tujjawo abatta tata wa Mutebi netuwolera eggwanga ng'abaana Abaganda netuleeta Mutebi era wali atudde entende alamula Obuganda twawolera ggwanga bwe tuba nga twawolera ggwanga aye tulabe bye twalwanirira nga tebiri mu gudu we era tugenda kuwolera nga twogera abalaba bubi mulabe bubi abatayagala kubiwuliriza mugende mwetuge oba namwe mugende mukwate pisto mwekuba amasasi naye ffe tujja kwogera because we are Ugandans, we are born here, we shall die here, and also our burial will be here. Oba ku nguudo, oba ku bitogo, oba wa, moreover, I die as a Ugandan. Thank you very much. I salute you all.
Okay. Mwebale nyaba baddeko. Nange mwebale kunzikiza Mbadi mabega wa kamera. Nankwadde ekirowoozo kyo kyekyanzeemuko. Naye nga we shall make things move. Ate we wish you the most very important moment. tubagaliza okusiba bulungi. Our next show ne Gita ejja kuba ya Swahili kuba mwatugambye nnyo mwina abaswahili abaga bamanye bino ebintu n'abazungu babimanye, abooluganda mwabitegedde. So Katonda ow'ekisa n'ettendo nsaba batukumire mubeere bulungi, mweraba paka ate olundi.